Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be doing a walkthrough of a digital planner, undated and customizable. It's called the Honeycomb Planner. But before we get started with that, let's do a quick walkthrough of the sticker book that comes with it. Since this is an undated planner, I've provided a split screen sticker book with mini calendars, months, weeks, and days, so you can label your planner. Up here are the mini calendars, and then down here are the months, weeks, and days. It comes in light mode and dark mode, and transparent and opaque. And it is hyperlinked. So if you click on here, the Sunday Start light mode, here's your Sunday starts. What you do with these is you look at your month and see what day it starts on, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc., and then how many days in that month. So 28, 29, 30, and 31. So these calendars can be used for any month. If you want to get back to the title page, the front cover page, you just click up here on the top. So that was Sunday Start light mode. There's a Sunday Start dark mode, which is the same thing, just in white font. And then the same thing for Monday Start. Here's Monday Start light mode and Monday Start dark mode. And then down here, we have light mode, dark mode. We have January through December spelled out in 2 different fonts. We have January through December abbreviated in 2 different fonts. We have Monday afternoon and evening in the 2 fonts. Monday through Sunday plus weekend in 2 different fonts. Monday through Sunday plus weekend abbreviated. And then just the letters for the days. And then down here we have the numbers for the calendars in the 2 different fonts. And then same thing for light mode transparent. We have the black font, only it's in transparent, and same with dark mode. Here's the dark mode in the white font and dark mode transparent. And then also, if you go to your front cover and just swipe over, you'll get a blank white page. Swipe again, a blank black page for you to just put some of your favorite stickers on there to get to easily. And then again, you can just click on the top portion of the page here to get to your front cover. So that is the little mini sticker book that will come with your planner so you can date it. So let's go over to the planner itself, Honeycomb Planner. To open the planner, you'll just click on this circle here, and this will just give you a blank page for you to do whatever you want with your first page here. Now let's go through the sidebar. To close the planner, you'll click on this little bee. Okay, and then the little beehive here is your notebook hive. Click on that. It'll take you to your notebook hive. There's 2 different sets of notebooks here. We have 12 notebooks here with 8 subsections. And then over here we have 8 notebooks with 12 subsections. So you can organize all your notebooks however works best for you. We also have little quick notes. So if you click on that, it'll take you to this page where you can just jot down quick little notes real quickly. So that's the notebook hive. If you click on the title bar up here in this set of notebooks, it'll take you here to where you can list all of your subcategories, and then you have plenty of extra room over here to do with what you wish. So if you click on a subcategory, it'll highlight that, and then from here you will put whatever you're putting in that subcategory behind there. So these will highlight what subcategory you're in. You can get to quick notes from here. And then if you click on this, it'll take you back to the Notebook Hive. Or of course you can click over here on the Beehive too. So that's that section. This section over here, if you click on the title bar up here, it'll take you to this page where you can see everything and label it so you can see the 12 subsections here and then the 8 notebooks here. So if you click on this, it'll take you to the first notebook with your 12 subsections. And then the subsections have a little place for a photo, a little bit more information. So if you click on that, that'll highlight that first subsection and then the second subsection, and then you'll put whatever you're putting in that section behind here. So if you click on this top bar, it'll take you back to this page. And then of course you can click on any of these to take you to that subsection. Okay, and then again, you'll always have quick notes at the bottom here to get there quickly. So that is the Notebook Hive, plenty of room for all of your notebooks. The flower here, this takes you to the yearly, quarterly, and seasonal planning. So we'll just quickly go through that. Here is mini months. We'll click on that. You can use your sticker book that we went through and put your little mini months here for the whole year so you can have a full view of your entire year. There's also mini months with lines, so same thing, only there's some lines to go along with it. Here's the year at a glance. So you can label your months here, a little bigger space to put whatever you need for year at a glance. Here's the yearly visual board. Just a little honeycomb background for you to make your visual boards for the year. Yearly intention. We have subcategories here where you can label, and then you can flesh it out in these boxes over here. And then we have some lines for any notes. We have yearly goals. I've put 3 of them in here. If you click on your yearly goal, it'll have your objective, your reason why, your start date, your deadline, action steps here, and then the deadlines for the action steps, and then your progress bar down here. And then we have a couple of yearly financial pages. Here's the yearly financial overview. Put your months over here. Income, bills, expenses, debt, savings, donations, credit score. So it's a nice page to have everything in one glance. And then a yearly bill tracker. If you want to track your bills yearly, we have the bill that you list here, the due date, the date paid, the amount, whether it's an auto payment or not, and then a checklist here. And then the expenses, date, expense, the description of the expense, amount, and any notes. And then here's the yearly reflection and review that you'll be doing at the end of your year. You can separate different areas of your life and you can rate them from 1 to 10 over here. Here's a place for any observations, any highlights. Here's accomplishments, challenges, what worked well, what needs improvement, what I'm grateful for, what I'm letting go of, and how I will be refocusing and moving forward down here. And then we have a year in photos, 12 little boxes for your photos and some lines for a description. So that's fun. And then mini months for next year. So you can use your mini months. You can use those year after year, and you can put that here if you want to take a look at the next year. So those are the year planning pages. Now we'll come over here to the quarterly planning pages. We'll start with the quarterly overview. So you can start this planner any time of the year. So here's your quarters 1, 2, 3, 4, but you might start with quarter 3 or quarter 4. So you'll label it up here, and there's a nice big space for your quarterly overview. And then we have quarterly topics. This is the same concept, only it's separated into 3 different topics. Quarterly checklists. So same thing here, the 3 different categories, but only this is separated so you can check things off as you go. And then we have quarterly focus. So we have your 4 quarters here. So if you click on one of those, it'll take you to the focus page. You could put your mini calendars over here, and then a nice big space for what you're focusing on each of the 3 months in that quarter. And then of course each one looks the same here. You'll just label it up here which quarter it is. And then the same thing for some notes for the quarter. Click on whatever quarter you want. And here's your space for your mini calendars over here. And then some notes. And then quarterly intentions. Click on one of the quarters there. And you can put your intentions over here. We have several listed, and then flush them out in the boxes over here, and then any notes that you have. And then here's the quarterly goals. You could put whatever quarter it is here, and then there's 4 different goals for each quarter. If you click on one of those, it'll take you to a page that looks like this, again with the objective, the why, start date, deadline, action steps, deadlines for the action steps, and the progress bar, just like in the yearly section. But you can break these up into quarters. And then we have calendars for the quarters. You'll click on one of those. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. Again, you could put your mini calendars over here. Here's a big space right here, and then it has 31 days for each. So you can put things in these little boxes for the days so you can see the full calendar right there. And then quarterly reflections is like the yearly reflections only for each quarter. You'll have your categories here that you're rating from 1 to 10, the observations, highlights, accomplishments, challenges, what worked well, what needs improvement, I am grateful for, I am letting go of, refocusing and moving forward, I will. So you can reflect after each quarter. So there's the quarterly. And then the seasonal is the last column here. The seasonal overview. You could put the 4 seasons here, whichever season you're starting your planner in, and then 3 different boxes here for your seasonal planning. Seasonal checklist, 4 seasons, and then 3 different categories with checklists here. The seasonal wheel. So you can break it up in seasons here in the wheel, and then break it up even further for, like, say you start in spring, you'll put spring here, and then divide spring into 2, the beginning of spring, the end of spring, so you can flesh out your seasons in detail there. And then we have the same thing, the focus, where you have your calendars over here for the 4 months, and then a big space here for what you're focusing on for that month. Notes. We have the mini calendars here, the 3 boxes here, and then a big space here for whatever you want to use that for. Plenty of room. Tasks. We have any notes that you want to put here, and then the monthly overview for the 4 months, and then the monthly breakdown. So for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. You can flush it out there for any seasonal things that you're doing. And then we have seasonal boards. Oh, looks like I have some things here I was playing with. But it's just, again, that honeycomb background for you to make seasonal boards for each season. That honeycomb background, and then put your pictures or whatever you want there for each of the 4 seasons. And then photos for each of the seasons you can have right here. Okay, and then of course it's all hyperlinked, so whatever page you're on, you can come down here. This is highlighted, so it's telling you that you're in the seasons category. But if you want to go to quarters from this page, you can click on here, and it'll take you to your quarters. So the year, that's what that looks like when you click on this button down here for the year. Quarter, that's what it looks like there. This is just the beginning of the quarter section. And then seasons, that's what that looks like there. So that is your yearly, quarterly, and seasonal planning. And then the next button here is this little honey pot. You'll click on that, and here are the templates that come with your planner. We have finances, photo collections, lifestyle, lists, projects and tasks, and then your paper. So we're just going to quickly go through this. We'll start over here with finances, monthly budget flow. You have your income, your estimated income, your actual income, and this is like a flow chart. So you'll fill all this in. You'll put your difference here between your estimated and your annual. Total, you have fixed expenses, the date it's due, estimated, and the actual, the total, the difference, and what you have remaining from your income up here, you'll put here. And then you'll put whatever was remaining from your income after the fixed expenses here. And then you'll list your variable expenses, what you budgeted for and what was actual, the total, the difference, and then you'll take that remaining from the variable expenses and you'll put it here, and then you can put what you are saving after you have paid all of your bills. So it's a flow chart to get all your bills paid first, and then you could put your savings in. We have a savings section over here, what you start with, what you put in, what you end with, and any notes. So it's a very detailed financial system if you like to use that financial budget flow system. And then there's also a monthly budget plan where you have your income, if you have different sources of income, the estimated, the actual, and the difference, any extras that you're paying for, the item, what you budgeted for, the actual, and the difference. Here's a summary of your income, your bills, your expenses, your extras, and a total, estimated, actual, and difference. Over here you have some goals, that you can put up here for your financial goals. You have your bills and your expenses here, so you can list all of your bills. When they are due, you can check them off here when you've paid them. What the estimated amount was, the actual amount, and the difference between the two, and then the same for the expenses. You can list your expenses here, the date, what you budgeted, what the actual amount was, and the difference, and then the total. And then there is a weekly budget where you can list your bills, the date, who you're paying it to, a little box here to check off when you've paid it, estimate and total here down at the bottom, variable expenses, the date, expense, what the budget is, what the actual is, total, and then the amount left over. Your income, when you get paid, the source your income came from, what you estimated your income was, what your actual income was. And then there's savings and sinking funds here, the date, the fund, budget, actual, and the difference between the two, and then a total. We have debt, the date, the account of your debt, budget, actual, and the difference. And then over here, we have a summary of everything, your income, your bills, your expenses, your savings plus, your debt, and total remaining. And then up here, you can put what week this is all for. And then there is weekly spending. So week 1 through week 5, there's the category, what you have in the beginning, what is spent, and what is remaining. So if you want to plan by week what you spend each week. And then here's a place for your notes. There is a transaction log. So you could put your account here. You can make a color key if you'd like, a place for notes. Here is your date, the description, the debit, the credit, and the balance. Here is a subscription tracker, annual total, monthly total, grand total, notes. Put your subscription here, when the due date is, what the amount is, if it's annual or monthly, and if it's auto pay. We have an order tracker. So the date it was ordered, the item you ordered, what store it was from, what the price was, what your payment method was, what the delivery method was, and the date received. We have a sinking funds tracker. So the date, the category, before balance, whether you put it in or took it out, and then the after balance, and any descriptors here. And then a debt tracker, which is your account, your beginning balance, your minimum payment, any notes. We have the date, paid, balance, and more notes here. And the savings tracker. In your account, what your goal is, your notes, date, description, deposit or withdrawal, and the balance. So those are your finance inserts. You can use, or not inserts, templates. You can use these templates in your notebook hive. Make a finance section and put it in your notebook hive. And to keep your finances in order. So let's go ahead and move over to the lifestyle section here. And so currently, we have some boxes of what you're currently reading or listening to, a podcast. So just a fun page to kind of show what you're currently doing and what you're enjoying at that time. We have a book tracker, so you can put a picture of the book here, and then you can rate it, 1 to 5 stars on your little bookshelf here. It's a fun little way to keep track of your books. And then the same thing for any movies. You could put a picture of the film here and you can rate it. And then the same for series. If you're watching a series, you could put the series here on your little TV and rate it from 1 to 5. So a good way to keep track of what you're reading and listening to and watching. And any podcasts that you're listening to or music that you're listening to, you can list it in here and rate it as well. We have special event planning. So if you have a special event that you are planning, you have a big box here that you can utilize. You have a place for menu, for drinks, appetizers, main course, side dishes, and desserts. You have a space down here for invites. So invite sent, and the guest, the number in their party, and if they've RSVP'd. You have a space, a checklist for tasks, and a checklist for shopping, and a little space for notes. We have a travel planning page. So your destination up here, the date you depart, and the date that you return. Here's the transportation information. You have some boxes here for that. You have a space for accommodations information, some boxes there. You have a budget. You can list the item that you bought, your estimated budget, and what you actually spent. You have a space for activities, the date that you did the activity, the time it was scheduled for, and the description of the activity, and then a space for additional notes. We have an affirmations page. You can have 3 affirmations here. The I am statement, put here. You have a space for my inspiration. You could put some photos here. And then we have a column for limited beliefs I am letting go of. And then a column for elevated beliefs I am embracing. There's also a daily gratitude page. You can put 3 different things you are grateful for, some inspiring photos or quotes or whatever you want to put over this little honeycomb space here. And then today was great because, make tomorrow better by, I am motivated by, and I am letting go of. And then a reflect and review page. This is more general from what we've seen before. You can put a month here and do it by month. You'd put your little mini calendar up here. Of course, you have the different categories that you're rating from 1 to 10. Observations, highlights, accomplishments, challenges, what worked well, what needs improvement, I am grateful for, I am letting go of, and refocusing and moving forward, I will. So this is the monthly. You've had a yearly, you've had a quarterly, and now you have a monthly review. So I think it's important to stop and take time and reflect before moving forward. Okay, so that was the lifestyle section there. And then over here we have projects and tasks. So the first one is focus 3 goals, and that looks like this. Here's the 3 different goals that you're focusing on. Right up here is my why and intentions, why you're doing the goal in the first place. List the goals here, goal 1, goal 2, goal 3. We have a start date and a deadline. And then we have an action steps here, and you can check them off when those action steps are completed, and then a progress bar here. So you can have a look of 3 focus goals that you are doing. Okay, and then there's a master task tracker. We have seasonal tasks that you're doing here for the 4 seasons. We have monthly tasks that you're doing here for the 12 months. We have weekly tasks that you're doing week 1 through week 5. And then the daily tasks here for the 7 days of the week. So you can have it all on one page here, all of your different tasks for the year, broken down further. And then there's a task flow. So all the tasks that you're wanting to do, you put over here. And then once you have started them and they are in progress, you'll move them from this column to this column. And then once you're done with them and they're completed, you move them from the in progress column to the completed. It's just a nice, satisfying way to show what tasks you are wanting to do, the ones that are in progress, and the ones that you've completed. And then project planning. You'll have the project up here that you can list. There's a progress bar here that you can fill out. Start date, due date, and when it was actually completed. You have a space over here for some notes or pictures, inspiration, whatever you want to do there. So here's your investments. So expenses, what the estimated was, what the actual was, and then your time, what your estimated was and what your actual was. So investments isn't just money, it's also your time. So you can list those things there, and then there's a total down here for you to fill out. And then the actual tasks you can list here, and then any notes that you have here. All right, so that was the projects and tasks. Now the photo collections, we have photo collage 1 through 5, and then we have photo a day for each of the months. So 28 photos, 29, 30, and 31, depending on the number of days in that month. So here's what collage 1 looks like. Here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the photo a day, it has the number of the day, so each day of that month you can put a photo in. Here's 28, 29, 30, and 31. So for those of you who really like to put some photo collections in your planner for memory keeping. And then over here are your lists. So here's just a general make a list. So you can title it here, list, and then a checklist here. Then there's meal planning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks for each day of the week. And then here's a grocery list over here. Here's a wish list. So the item that you're wishing for, when it was purchased, the store it was purchased at, and the price. Here's gifts to buy. Put the name of the person, the occasion for the gift, any gift ideas that you have for them, the stores, your budget, the actual paid, and the date it was purchased. Here's a contact list, name, email, phone, and address for all your contacts. Here is a password tracker, the date that you set it up, set that password up, the account or the website, username, password, and then a brain dump, 4 little categories here. You can just write out everything. Here's some lines for some list, just to empty out your brain. That's always helpful. Okay, and then the paper. There's several different papers that it comes with. So we'll start with blank, lines, split lines, half lines left, half lines right, bottom lines, dots, graph, honeycomb, suns, moons, little moon phases, stars, light gray, medium gray, dark gray, and black. Okay, so those are the templates that come with your planner. You can use them in the Notebook Hive to organize all of the things. Okay, so this planner for the actual planning sections uses inserts. So here's the little honeycombs here represent the 12 months. So if you click on that, it will take you to a blank page. And all of your planning pages are going to be blank, and you will be using inserts they're like big stickers that you'll put over the blank pages so you can customize it. Now, here's the first page of your month. You can see down here it has 3 little bars, a little beehive here, and then some numbers. So these bars, I've given you 3 pages for monthly planning. So this is kind of the dashboard. You can do whatever you want here. Just a plain page at the beginning of the month. If you click on this first bar down here, you'll see that this highlights, this is your first month. So you can put a calendar here, and I'll show you that in a second. And you can plan 3 different things. So say you have, work, you have school, and you have home or appointments or whatever. Just 3 different monthly calendars for each month. Same for the weeks. You can see down here there's a WK, that's week 1 through 6. So let's click on week 1. You'll see that that's highlighted now, so you know which week you're in. And you can see down here there's 3 bars. So week 1, week 2, or week 1, So week 1, and you have 3 different pages for that week. You can see that 1 is still highlighted. So you can have 3 different pages for weekly planning. So if you're planning, if you want to keep them separate, say you want to keep school separate from work, or your business separated from your personal. So I've done that. And then there's also a daily planning page. So here's 1 through 31. If you click on the day, you'll see that the day is highlighted down here. And then another blank page, you have a page for each day. So let's go back. And then over here, you can see that you're on month 1. So that'll highlight for you. So this planner does come with a starter set of inserts. Let me go ahead and show you that. Okay, so I have my inserts already in my files. So I'm going to open those up and show you what it comes with. Here are all the inserts that's going to come with your planner. So let's just go ahead and pull those over and I'll show them to you. Here's the 5-week month. It's just like a sticker. You will drag it over and put it on your blank page here. So here's the 5-week month for your monthly pages. There's also a 6-week month. That's what that looks like. Just a basic calendar. I do have one. Oh, let's go ahead and go to a week. So let's say we're in week 1. Here's the first week that it comes with. So you can label your week here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. That's the first weekly insert your planner comes with. Here's the next one. This is more of a partial page. So you can plan your days over here, and then you have plenty of room to decorate or do whatever you want with the rest of that page. Here's the next one. Okay, this is more of a long planner there for each of the days. And here's the next one for the week. So you can put the day in this little slot here for all of the days. And then the last one for your weekly is more of a split on top and bottom. You can list the days here, and then you have your weekend down here, and then you have lots of empty space to decorate or whatnot. So that's your 5 weekly inserts your planner comes with. And the 2 months, now we have a couple of days. Here's the first one for the day. You can list your day here. And then another daily. Whoop. The other daily it comes with here. So this is more of a morning, afternoon, and evening, and then you can divide it in 2 different categories, and then you have plenty of room for widgets or decorating or whatever there for your daily pages. So that's more of a morning, afternoon, evening. And then there's one hybrid, which a hybrid is a combination of weekly planning and daily planning. So that's what this looks like. So you can have a mini calendar up here. You have a checklist here. You have a top 3. So over here is your daily. And then you can have a glance at your weekly. So you can have, Monday through, or 7 days a week, however you label it, 7 days of the week, and then what you're planning for each day of the week. So as you're planning your day, you can look over here on your week. I find those really helpful. So that's your one hybrid that it comes with. It also comes with dark mode if you want to change it up and do dark mode. This will cover up the entire page here, and then you can use a dark mode page. So that's what comes with the planner. I also have lots of different inserts in my shop, so you can really customize each of your planner pages to suit your needs. So again, there are 3 pages for months, 3 blank pages for each of the weeks, and then 1 blank page for each of the days for each month here. So that is the Honeycomb Planner with sticker book and inserts. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the other planner that I have called the Beehive Planner, so if you're interested, I'll leave a link below. And the Honeycomb Planner also comes in portrait, so let's quickly go through the portrait and you can see what that looks like. Everything is the same, it's just laid out a little bit differently. So here's what the notebook hive looks like. We have your set of notebooks up here, and then your other set down here. Everything else is going to look the same. So you'll have your listing here of your subcategories, and then for this section here, click on this bar, and then you'll have your notebooks plus your subcategories here, and then the page where you can put the little picture and title it and all of that. So a little bit different format, but all the same. Here's what your yearly, quarterly, and seasonal looks like in the portrait planner. And then here's what your templates look like here. Same templates as the landscape. And then the planning sections themselves, here's what they look like here. You still have your 3 bars here, and your days here, and your weeks. I did forget to mention, I'm just realizing, this honeycomb, or this beehive here. This takes you to the correlating month for your beehive, or your notebook hive. So if you're in month 1, maybe it's January, maybe it's not, if you click on the beehive down here, it will take you to the month 1 notebook hive. So the notebook hive, these are the notebooks it will connect to from your planning pages, these top set of notebooks here. So again, if you're in month 1 and you click on the beehive that's down here, it will take you to the notebook hive for month 1. For this one right here. So I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that in the walkthrough, so I hope you're staying for the whole video so you know what that little random hive is down there. So, but again, if you click on the week for the portrait, this is what the week planning page looks like. And of course you have the 3 different weekly pages. And then if you click on a day, here's what the daily pages looks like. And again, the little bee to close your planner. So it does come in portrait as well, a little bit different setup, but all the same content. So thank you so much for watching the video, and Happy New Year, everyone.